Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's awesome that you're tuning in. So in this video we are not going to talk about this game king. I reviewed it a week ago and I must say this thing was quite laughable in some ways because it looks pretty damn badass. This thing is gigantic and at first I was more like, whoa, this needs to be like the ultimate machine that you can put in your arcade machine. But it was quite laughable and what you can do with it was not that great. Yeah, you could play Killer Instinct for example, you can add it and play it and you had a lot of possibilities here. Because Killer Instinct is still a very cool game to play, but it still has a lot of problems when it comes to some certain platforms, like the Raspberry Pi, Android boxes. And yeah, this device was pretty damn awesome, but sadly it had some issues and the menu was pretty damn awful and in the end, you were paying a lot of money for something that was not great at all. Because nowadays we're having so many options when it comes to playing retro old school games. So when you're looking at some arcade machines, or better said, like when you're looking at some arcade boards, then we're going to get a lot of cool options. Think about the all famous Pandora's boxes. They are based on kind of a Linux or Android system, but you can do a lot of great things. Plug and play solution and pretty damn awesome. But still, these things are like quite underpowered, and especially when you want to look into like some later titles, think about the latest MAME games, yeah, then we're going to get a lot of problems or that will not run the games at all. So then I came across something quite interesting. So Tim from the Team Pandora team made something pretty damn awesome. That is a review about the Taito Type X3. It's like a beast of a machine inside an arcade. You need to check it out, so I asked him to make a video for us, so let's go.
Hey Wicked, thanks for having us on your channel. This is Emu Chicken from Team Pandora. The system we're going to look at today is derived from the Japanese arcades. No, not a crazy rhythm game, but let's have a look in this lonely corner. It's Street Fighter V, and in this box in particular, we have a Taito X4. Slam in your 100 yen coin, then play as Dan and start fisting this girl. That is, until you get rudely interrupted by some try-hard douche. There wasn't even a guy on the other side. Either way, the joke's on him. I was the weakest character, and I wanted to go home anyway. Up yours. The previous version of this hardware was the Taito Type X3. You can find them on Yahoo Auction Japan for around $100. And they are no slouch. If we check around the back, it looks very similar to a regular PC, with the additional JVS and fast I/O inputs. There's also a hole for a game security dongle. This is the 402 model, with an i5, 8 gigs of RAM, a GTX 660 with a hard disk drive of 320 gig and 2.5 inches.
It's not the size but what you do with it that counts. Come here, Beverly.
As this box is used, we'd have to do some maintenance. The CPU heatsink definitely needs a cleanup, then we'd apply some new thermal paste to the graphic board and the CPU. Minty. Changing out the hard drive for a 1TB SSD with a Taito X3 multi-image on it couldn't be easier. Just screw it in.
That's what she said.
Turning it on, we'll have a track mode set up with the Nessica theme. Using controls hooked up via JVS or fast I/O, we can navigate the game menu. Quite a few games on here. And if a steering wheel is hooked up, we can use that too. Most of the older arcade titles are running through MAME using the HLSL screen filter. If we use a USB keyboard, we can change settings if we wish. Unlike the Pandora boxes, this can run some of the most difficult titles. Think Killer Instinct, for example.
I like her pointy nipple.
But why stop there? Death Smiles 2. And how about some Atomic Wave with Metal Slug 6? The arcade version of King of Fighters 13. Or how about the game that was in the intro? Street Fighter V Arcade. Runs on the X3 really well. But why stop there? How about some Tekken 7? The value you can get from this system is incredible. If you want one of these, it's best to do your homework. There are a few versions of this machine, and you can find a lot more information on the internet. If you want to see our more in-depth review, please check the link down below. I'll now hand you back to Wicked Gamer and Collector. Thanks for having us. Catch you later.
Alright Tim, thanks for tuning in here on the channel. So it's just clear that the Taito X3 is a completely different level. It's still on PC like this beast of a Game King, but it is just a totally different level. And in my opinion, the X3 is something completely different compared with this weird looking device that they call the Game King. So the Taito X3 is something different compared with the Pandora box and the Game King. So you have quite different choices when it comes to arcade machines, and yeah, some of the parts, like there are like basically the game PCs are inside an arcade machine, but that is how it is nowadays. And yeah, the Pandora box is a really cheap plug and play solution, but it has so many problems. And the Pandora team also did some fixes for the family edition. Sadly, the Game King is just for what it is. I just wanted to put a big shout out to the Team Pandora for doing all the great work with Pandora's boxes. And yeah, if you want to have more information, go check the link what I'm leaving in the description, but also in the end thumbnail for the Taito X3. I think it's a pretty damn awesome piece of technology in combination with software where you can play a lot of awesome games on your arcade machine. Yeah, let me know what you think of this, what do you think of all of these products. Well, and thank you for watching. Consider subscribing, hit that little bell, become on the Wicked family, and I will see you in the next video.